Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a truly mind-bending shift that's happening right now in industrial supply chains. We are talking about taking chaotic physical matter, specifically construction waste, and transforming it into verified digital data and ultimately high-yield financial assets. It's a wild journey that connects overflowing dumpsters to frontier-level artificial intelligence. Let's get right into it.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We're covering 1. The cross-border trash crisis, 2. The regulatory pincer, 3. Pixel 11 Pro's Edge AI, 4. The 905 Woods sentient bridge, and finally 5. Why data is the product.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the cross-border trash crisis. We're looking at the 1,000 dumpsters beyond the bin.
To really wrap our heads around this paradigm shift, we have to ground ourselves in the stark reality of municipal solid waste, or MSW disposal. 3.46 million tons. That is the staggering annual volume of MSW shipped across the border to U.S. Michigan landfills from Ontario, Canada. It is a massive, absolutely vital logistics pipeline.
And just to put that into perspective, on the receiving end, that imported Ontario waste makes up over 14% of all waste disposed of in Michigan landfills. So we're talking about a highly dependent, massive-scale waste corridor that is suddenly facing some serious existential threats.
Which brings us to Section 2, the regulatory pincer. It's all about pricing transportation liability.
Moving waste across borders, it's not just a basic trucking task anymore. It is caught in a massive geopolitical pincer. Down in Washington, you've got proposed USMCA and CUSMA trade tariffs driven by Donald Trump's trade policies, aiming to hit finished Canadian wood with a 50% duty by August 2026. At the exact same time, up in Ontario, Doug Ford's administration is tightening regulations and the province is staring down a total domestic landfill capacity cliff by 2034. Basically, the cheapest disposal doors on both sides of the border are slamming shut all at once.
And the cost of messing this up? It is brutal. We're talking a $100,000 maximum fine per violation under Ontario Regulation 477. The risk profile here has fundamentally flipped. A simple misclassification of a load, or failing to maintain a pristine chain of custody, instantly turns a basic logistics run into a massive balance sheet liability. Moving right along to Section 3, Pixel 11 Pro's Edge AI, the mobile architecture.
So, how on earth do you solve a massive industrial and geopolitical headache like this? Well, surprisingly, not with bigger trucks. It's consumer hardware. Traditional cloud AI is slow, it needs a constant connection, and it poses huge privacy risks. But the Google Pixel 11 Pro, running Android 17, utilizes a new edge architecture using the light RTI AI stack features. Powered by the custom Tensor G6 chip, it allows frontier-level AI models to run completely locally, right on the device, with sub-500 millisecond processing speeds.
Now, what's really interesting here is how they pulled this off without literally melting the phone in your hand. It's all thanks to an AI compression algorithm called TurboQuant. Think of it like a genius digital cheat sheet. It drastically shrinks the memory needed for a large language model by compressing complex coordinates down to a single bit. It is, quite literally, magic that crams massive AI reasoning right into your pocket.
And that leads us to Section 4, the 905 Woods sentient bridge, turning matter into data.
So how does all this tech actually fix our cross-border trash crisis? Enter the 905 Wood digital refinery workflow. They've essentially turned the Pixel 11 Pro into a sentient bridge between chaotic construction waste and the strict, high-purity requirements of the biocarbon market on registries like Puro.earth. And for the operator, the UX is incredibly seamless. Step 1, you just scan the bin with the phone. Step 2, that Edge AI instantly and unbiasedly classifies the wood as clean. Step 3, the hardware cryptographically seals that data. And Step 4, boom, it generates a fully verified PDF document right at the source.
But here's the catch. Raw AI processing on its own isn't legally binding. That's why the system uses the Pixel's Titan M2 chip to generate a 9-point hardware attestation. In under half a second, it locks in the site of origin, the project reference, a pickup timestamp, tamper-evident GPS pinning down to a single meter, plus kernel hashes to prove the phone wasn't hacked. It physically binds the real-world state of that wood to immutable, court-admissible data.
And you guys, this literally transforms into a geopolitical shield. By handing this hardware-attested certificate of origin directly to customs, it acts as a USMCA shield. It proves exactly, definitively where the wood came from, actively protecting your load from those massive cross-border tariffs and transshipment penalties. It's smooth border sailing, entirely backed by cryptographic math.
All right, Section 5, Data is the product. Securing the bioeconomy. So, the crucial point we really need to hammer home in this explainer is this. For 95 Wood, the physical wood is merely a vehicle. By operationalizing the Pixel 11 Pro and the Light RT AI stack, 95 Wood's value shifts entirely to the DMRV, the Digital Measurement, Reporting, and Verification Provenance Data Cut. The data, not just the wood, is the product. And the math makes this absolutely undeniable. Just look at the unit economics for a single large load. Because the Edge AI proves it's clean, you immediately save $1,053 in sorting levies. But even crazier, that verified data yields a carbon dividend of $2,674, driving an insane 812% return on investment when you factor in avoiding customs penalties.
Let's zoom in on that dividend for a second, that $2,674. The customer doesn't pay that. It's a carbon dividend generated on the Puro.Earth registry. By proving the wood is clean, they unlock serious revenue in the pyrogenic biocarbon markets. And this is the kicker. That revenue only exists because the Edge AI verified the DMRV data to a strict scientific standard. The data literally creates the money.
And here is the massive win-win for everyone involved. 905 Wood retains 100% of that carbon dividend. In exchange, they use it to heavily subsidize the upfront base logistics rates for their customers. This means 905 Wood's SaaS application service secures Ontario's industrial leadership in the Canadian circular bioeconomy while drastically slashing everyday disposal costs for local contractors.
And this brilliantly illustrates a fascinating business reality. Like the quote says, you're not buying a bin, you're buying a document that lowers your risk-adjusted cost of moving wood. 905 Wood is fundamentally an audit-proof data company. They just happen to move physical matter to generate that data. It's basically an automated self-insurance mechanism for your balance sheet.
We've seen how off-the-shelf consumer hardware, supercharged with a rigorous Edge AI architecture, can completely tame the chaos of construction waste and international tariffs. So I'll leave you with this provocative question. If this mobile architecture can turn a literal dumpster into a risk-free, yield-generating digital asset, what hidden, chaotic liabilities in your supply chain could be transformed into data? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining this explainer, and we will catch you on the next one.